Yeah, good evening, my people. Good evening, my people. I've been eating a talker. They'll say, men know who you are. So my name is Victor Vince. I'm the CEO of Vivi Institute. So let me just quickly say this. So for most of you that don't know, I'm actually an executive life coach. I'm actually an executive life coach. So what does that simply mean? That simply means that I am a leadership coach. Okay, I'm a leadership coach. So this video, I'm going to start it with a quote from a book called The Mafia Manager. Okay, it's a New York bestseller. So it's called The Mafia Manager. Let me start with a quote from the book. It said, "He who cannot endure the bad will never see the good. He who cannot endure the bad will never see the good." That's a quote from The Mafia Manager. So at the end of this video, you'll be able to understand what that quote really means. He who cannot endure the bad can never see the good. And I want to quote from another guy called Alex Ihama. So Alex Ihama is the author of a book called The Mystic of Leadership. Okay? Alex Ihama is the author of the book called The Mystic of Leadership. And one of his quotes, he said, "A position does not make you a leader. A position does not make you a leader." Let me give an example. Just because Obaseki is the governor of Edo State does not automatically make him a leader. Just because Obaseki is the governor of Edo State does not automatically make him a leader. That's Alex Ihama. His video is there. He's the author of the book, The Mystic of Leadership. Okay? Leadership is what is come from inside. Is when, like they say Elon Musk is a leader in terms of cars. It's something you do. You understand? It's something people know you for. You become a leader, like a Microsoft, Bill Gates. That is what leader is. What you are passionate about, and you become a leader in that field. So being in a position does not make you a leader, or does not necessarily make you a leader. Why am I saying that? Obaseki, due to his behavior to Mr. Shaibu, shows that just because it's a position of leadership does not make him a leader. That is just the truth of the matter. Alex Ihama is right. So just because you are the governor of Edo State doesn't automatically make you a leader. Why do I say that? Let me use David and God to give example. David sent a man. He sent a man to a war. Because he loved the wife of this man, he sent a man to a war so that he put him in the front of the war so that the man can die, so that he can marry the wife of this man. That is David. That is what David does. David sent a man to the war so that the man can be killed, so that he can marry the wife, the widow of that man. But God forgive David. God forgive David. That is the spirit of leadership, according to Dr. Miles Monroe. That is the spirit of leadership. Okay, one thing Mr. Obaseki have to know is that humans will always be human. So what makes you a great leader is having grace. Okay? Regardless of what Mr. Shaibu have done. Okay? I know you have to come out and say your whole side of the story. But You can't disgrace him outside. No, you can't disgrace him outside. That shows that you lack leadership skills. You know, you lack leadership skills. You can't disgrace Shaibu outside. Never. Okay? Say you're part of the story and give an open hand. Okay? That shows that you have bitterness in you. It's not fair for Mr. Shaibu. That shows that you lack leadership skills. I have not talked in this matter since because I have nothing to say. But now that I have something to say, I've come out to speak on this issue. Okay, regardless of what Mr. Shaibu have done, you can come outside and say you're part of the story, but as a leader, you have to have grace. That is what makes you a leader. I'm not a small boy. A lot of people have done me a lot of things, even worse than what Shaibu did to you. But I have to forgive them. I'm forgiving them for myself. You know? Seguru said, if you keep resentment, if you keep bitterness, it's like harboring poison. And who that poison is going to kill? It's going to kill you if you drink poison. So you forgive them based on you. You are forgiving them based on you so that you can free yourself. You can't keep it. You understand? Like I said, if God can forgive David after committing that kind of atrocity, what about Mr. Obaseki to Shaibu? So we have to learn from God. If I don't know what religion you are, but what makes you a great leader is having grace, being able to forgive people, regardless of what, being able to look over what they have done, you know. I was embarrassed to see Oshomole running his mouth. I mean, Oshomole should be ashamed of himself. Oshomole should be ashamed of himself. Look at the way he's disgracing Edo people in the Senate. Oshomole is disgracing Edo people in the Senate. Mr. Herbert have done a good job in exposing Oshomole that Oshomole is a stock illiterate. He's a stock illiterate. Look at the way he's disgracing us in Senate. Oshomole empower Agberu in Edo State. Oshomole have nothing to do with leadership. He's a stock illiterate. I don't have anything against the man personally. I think he's just lucky. But he's a stock illiterate. We have to say things as it is. So Obaseki is giving Oshomole opportunity to shine again. And all these illiterates are clapping for Oshomole again. Oshomole is a stock illiterate. He doesn't have the capacity to be a leader. And Mr. Obaseki holding a position of a governor doesn't necessarily make you a leader. It's just a position, according to Mr. Alex Yama. Alex Yama is a Benin man too. I think so, yeah. Because he came to bury the dad in Benin City. So I believe he's a Benin man. He's the author of the book, The Mystic of Leadership. He said, a position does not make you a leader. And Mr. Obaseki have shown us, because of the way he treats this issue with Mr. Shaibu, he has shown us that he lacks leadership skills. He needs to improve. So before I finish this video, I have to talk about a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to Win Friends and Influence People. So I'm recommending this book to Mr. Obaseki. I've read this book 3 times. Warren Buffett said this book changed his life. Warren Buffett, he has been a rich man now, a billionaire for over 40, 50 years. It's not easy to be a billionaire in dollars. And the richest man many times for 40, 50 years. He said this book changed his life. How to Win Friends and Influence People. So, Mr. Obaseki, you have to go and read that book. You don't have to always want to take all the glory. You don't have to always come up, want to take all the shine. What this book will tell you is that let your followers, sometimes let them take the glory. Sometimes let them win. You just be at the background. I keep telling people about Steve Jobs that Steve Jobs is not the brain behind Apple. The people behind Apple, they are called, there's a Japanese guy or Chinese guy called the wise guy. They are a Japanese American and another fat guy. Those are the brain behind Apple. But they are mostly introvert. But they allow Steve Jobs to go out there because Steve Jobs know how to talk, he know how to market things. That is what leadership is all about. Leadership is stay in the background while letting other people to take the glory. Thank you very much. You did a good job giving Shaibu the opportunity to represent you. That's leadership. I will give you kudos for that, but I want you to continue that. In this kind of scenario, you can come out and speak your opinion, but don't throw your deputy under the bus. That's my issue. Because many people have done worse than me. But I still bring them back. I still hug them. That is leadership. Not everybody can do that. That is the spirit of leadership. So, like I said, I'm a life coach and I'm an executive life coach. Executive life coach, which means leadership coach. So, I decided to talk on this matter. It has been hard since, but I have nothing to say. That is why I have not said something. So now I've decided to speak on the issue. Like I said, my name is Victor Vince. I'm the CEO of VV Institute. Thanks for watching. And do have a lovely night. Take care. Bye.